Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We begin the introduction with the historical significance. Rocket originally designed in China around 1200. Were historical use of firework during the New Year celebration. The inception of rocket technologies. Aerodynamic force. The rocket move through the fluid medium, experience aerodynamic force due to the relative motion between the rocket and surrounding air. For the rocket aerodynamic, the airflow around the rocket which directly impact the drag and stability. The designer is to achieve the optical shape that meets specification criteria and minimize the cost and also the fuel consumption. And for the primary objective of rocket design is minimize the drag force, ensuring the efficiently fuel utilization and the maintain stability for the trajectory control. Also, the role of subsonic rocket is the promise the subsonic and hypersonic rocket. Subsonic rocket remain indistinguishable for the various applications, including atmospheric research, satellite deploying, and cargo transport. For the methodology, first we import the geometry of subsonic rocket into the slim flow, and also we refine the subsonic rocket geometry by specific minimum and maximum refine level. After that, we do the hash matching geometry. First is define the base geometry, minimum and maximum. And minimum, I put the negative 0.5 and 0.5 in x-axis. For y-axis is negative 0.5 and 0. For the z-axis, I put the negative 0.8 and 0.5 for the maximum. And we go through the mesh division. I put the 25 for the axis, x-axis. For y-axis, I put the 10, and also and lastly z-axis, I put the 15 for the mesh division. After that, we define the boundaries based on the subsonic rocket, and after that we run the mesh, the subsonic rocket, and we got the result. After that, for the solver selection, we enable the steady state and encompasses on solver filter, and we select the simpler solver. For the turbulence model, I use the runs and KWSST for the model. And for the velocity type in flow, I set up 170 meter per second and zero gradient on the pressure type. And also the reference value, also I put the 170 meter per second and zero gradient on pressure type. For the boundary condition outlet, right flow, right turbulence, and top flow, we use at zero gradient for make sure follow the airflow. And after that, we set up the numbers of iteration at 200 to make sure we got the best result in simulation. This is my discussion about this result. For the moment, the schedule remains the insignificance and indicating previous prediction of rotational force, and for the pressure and viscous force show the minimal residual, suggesting a accurate prediction of this component. And for the viscous force arising for the friction is smaller but contribute to overall aerodynamics dynamics. And for the next force vector, it highlight pressure more dominance on rocket motion. On total moment analysis, the pressure moment originating from the pressure distribute significantly govern rocket orientation. Viscous moment arising from the friction force play a supplementary role in rotation dynamics. And for the velocity and pressure data in sign, velocity data analysis show diverse velocity field confirming the subsonic rocket flying. Uh, Notation of maximum velocity below the speed of the sound, stability, subsonic nature. Pressure data analysis reveal stain of pressure differential emphasis and significant simulation in understanding and optimism of the aerodynamics. For my conclusion is the drag underestimation and turbulence model limitation. The CFD analysis of subsonic rocket reveal accurate prediction for the pressure and viscous force. And two is dominance influence of pressure on dynamic. Total force and moment analysis indicate the predominant influence of pressure on both translation and rotational dynamics. Pressure distributes in significant impact the rocket motion and orientation, with the viscous force playing a secondary role. And for the importance for the significance turbulence model, velocity data and confirm that subsonic rocket fly and highlight the diverse flow structure, effective aerodynamic. And the last point is a pressure analysis supported by the image, pressure variance, and also the between pressure and viscous force.